Hello everyone, my name is Shōma, and today I will talk about 5 things you should absolutely avoid in Japan. And foreigners living in Japan may experience situations where they are unfamiliar with unique Japanese customs and manners, not knowing what to do. And what might be normal in their home country could be considered taboo in Japan. While there are many videos on YouTube about things not to do in Japan, most of them seems to be from a foreigner's perspective and few are from the viewpoint of Japanese people. Moreover, those videos often include many things that are acceptable as well. In this video, I focus on things that are absolutely not allowed from a Japanese perspective. I will address key points that foreigners should be aware of while living in Japan, so please watch until the end. Before we dive into the video, let me briefly introduce myself. I was born and raised in Japan and have been living in Tokyo for over 20 years. I started learning English at the age of 6, but still I'm not good at speaking English right now. Now, I create YouTube videos to share the charm of Japan with the world. If you are interested in Japan, I would be delighted if you could subscribe to my channel. Now, let's get into the main content. Number 1. Don't sit on the street. The first point is sitting on the street or at stations. In Japan, it's not okay to sit in public place because they want to keep things clean, and it's important to think about other people in those areas. Even though no one may point it out, if you sit in a crowded station or on the street, we perceive it as impolite behavior from the foreigners. For example, in 2019, a famous YouTuber set up a bed and slept at the scrambled intersection, leading to legal consequences. This incident sparked discussion nationwide. It shows that people consider etiquette in public spaces very seriously. Number 2. Littering. The next point is littering. Japanese society values environmental awareness and public order, so make sure to dispose of trash in designated areas. Although there are few trash bins in Japan, you rarely see litter on the streets because people tend to carry their trash home unconsciously. After festivals or Halloween, it's a cultural norm in Japan to volunteer for trash cleanup. Littering is also prohibited by law in Japan, and violators may face fines or penalties. I once found a foreigner littering a soda can on the street of Asakusa. If I were a police officer, I would have considered arresting them. Number 3. Don't stuff chopstick into rice. Now, on to stuffing chopstick into rice. In Japan, regardless of the reason, stuffing chopsticks into rice is an absolute taboo. It's associated with a Buddhism funeral ritual and considered inappropriate manners. I remember getting scolded by my parents when I did this as a child. Passing food directly from one pair of chopsticks to another is also considered a taboo during meals, as it resembles a ritual of bone offering at the crematorium. While there are many table manners in Japan, these two are essential to remember. Number 4. Don't cut in line. The fourth point is cutting in line. Observing order is highly emphasized in Japan, and cutting in line not only inconveniences others but can also lead to arguments. Especially when boarding a train, it's crucial to wait your turn, as it's a rule to board in the order of arrival. I will introduce a useful Japanese phrase often used in restaurants. 並んでますか? This means, are you in line? This is used when you want to ask if the person is waiting in line. 並んでますか? Number 5. Don't ask a woman's age. Lastly, it's about asking a woman's age. In Japanese culture, it's generally considered taboo to directly ask a woman about her age. More than half of the people in this survey said it's rude. There are several reasons for this. First, it's about respecting privacy. Age is personal information, and asking directly can make the other person feel uncomfortable. Second, it's about awareness of appearance and youth. In a culture where youth is valued, asking about age is linked to focusing on looks. Since youth is sometimes associated with beauty and values, asking about age can be seen sentimentally. However, not everyone is sensitive about their age, especially in close relationships like with friends or family. Still, in situations like meeting someone for the first time or in a business setting, some people might find it uncomfortable. So, it's advisable to ask with as much respect as possible. These points come from understanding different cultures and showing respect to others. It's essential to be mindful of these points for a smoother life in Japan. Now, here is my personal opinion. Japan is often perceived as strict about rules and manners. But honestly, there's not much to worry about. Present day in Japan is becoming more accepting of diversity, leading to gradual changes in cultures and rules. For instance, people with tattoo used to be restricted from public buses, but now there are more tattoo-friendly options. Japanese culture is built on principles of compromise and not inconveniencing others. So, rather than just knowing the rules, I believe showing respect is more important. Thank you for watching until the end. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them in the comment section. I'm also open to suggestions for new topics. Let's meet again in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.